You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 14, Episode 13. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, you're going to learn how to go beyond business cards and really, truly manage those trade show leads you gather. If you ask most any new exhibitor how successful their experience was, you're likely to hear an exuberant answer about how many business cards they collected. Problem is, that probably hasn't accomplished very much. That's because getting the most out of your trade show leads requires so much more than going home with a stack of business cards, which likely won't even be followed up. In a 2015 sales lead survey conducted by EXHIBITOR Magazine, while nearly all exhibitors said they collect leads on the show floor, only 70% have any formal plan or process for following up. The key here is that lead management isn't a one-and-done action. It takes a process that extends from before the show even begins all the way through the weeks and months after. So, how can you create that kind of system? First, some pre-show strategies. Now, business cards aren't taboo. Just make sure they're not your only form of data collection, because let's face it, they're really only providing contact information, not any kind of specifics about what an attendee is looking for or what their biggest challenge is. There are multiple options here. You can create your own lead forms to jot down notes and then staple them to the cards, or use a badge scanning app. Know what makes a qualified lead and use that to craft qualifying questions to include during your in-booth conversations. Align those questions with the fields in your CRM system so that the data will easily import. Choose your lead capture software carefully. Make sure it's cross-platform, compatible with your CRM system and your email provider. Better yet, choose one that has multiple options so you're prepared in case you change any of those systems you need to pair it with. You also want it to have a robust reporting capability. Have a follow-up workflow in place before the show begins. This means you need a combination of both strategy and technology in order to guide your leads through the customer journey. Make sure you have someone assigned to be in charge of the leads and get them entered into your chosen system and assigned to the proper person for follow-up. And next, make lead management a part of your actual booth design. Have a designated area for lead capture or a self-serve kiosk if you're asking attendees to fill out some kind of survey to enter a contest or whatever. Next, the at-show strategies. Train your booth staff on how to ask the right questions to determine if a lead is qualified. Then be sure to take notes. You don't want to make people answer the same questions again post-show. If you or your company insist on collecting business cards, at least get an app to scan them into your phone. And segment and prioritize your leads using whatever method works for you, such as ABC or high, medium, low priority system. Almost 60% of the exhibitors surveyed said they don't do this. And now, post-show strategies. Have a way to import all those leads into your chosen CRM system, which allows you to track your follow-up steps as well as the results. Be sure to log each interaction with that contact. And going back to that 2015 survey, it also found that only 35% of exhibitors are tracking that. Designate a chain of contact to make sure whoever is responsible for following up knows what's already been done or answered. This helps to avoid getting lost in transition. Customize your follow-up whenever possible. That shows you are truly listening in the booth. Plan out what you'll say before you pick up the phone or type that email. Use templates to make it easier. Use multiple follow-up methods, LinkedIn, phone, email, etc. Use lead nurturing to guide them through the sales process. Remember that very few trade show leads become customers the week after the show. And find ways to automate your follow-up process so it gets done quicker. When you follow these strategies through all stages of your exhibit marketing cycle and choose your tools wisely, you'll find it's much easier to stay on top of your lead management. Plus, you'll find those leads have a much greater success rate. If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to hear more, subscribe to the Trade Show Insights podcast and automatically receive future episodes on your chosen device. Simply click on Podcast in the top menu at tradeshowinsights.com, then scroll down to Subscribe, and you'll find instructions for Apple, Android, and more. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it is shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.